Hey guys, it's your girl Kizzy Rock, and yes, Kizzy Rock is my birth given name. Happy Monday morning, guys. Want to say hey to all my subscribers, new as well as season. Got a word for you. Tap in. Happy Monday morning, guys. So, I want to talk to you guys about a couple of things. One was what I posted on the community page last night in regards to some of you will start to feel a pressing to start releasing even more people in your life. And then I would like to also speak about some things you are going to have to literally give it to God. Not even just say, I give this to God, because we like to say things like that. I just give it to God. And we're sitting there and we're still toiling with it. But with some things, you are going to literally have to ask God and invite God to step in. All right, so let's start with the releasing of people. So, as I stated in one of the recordings, I think a couple of days ago, a lot of people are going to start to see their blessings, their promises manifested literally. I said in 2022, of course, we saw some manifestations, but I think a lot of 22 was more about preparations. And I think this is why a lot of people felt disappointed because they felt like they didn't see full manifestations in 2022. And some have. Again, this is not for everyone. I think it's important to tap into whatever season you're in. But a lot of people, God had them more so less like in isolation or some type of preparation mode where they were just starting to perfect certain areas of their lives, developing that spirit of excellence and really working on their craft. And so going into 2023, some people are going to start seeing the full manifestation, like the full, because you've done your work and you've prepared in 2022. However, one thing that we don't realize sometimes, some people, is that when you ask to go higher and you ask God to bless you with more things, more pressure, literally more pressure. So, in saying that, if God is going to open the door for you, He is going to demand that you steward it properly. And so when He start opening these doors and this pressure is like something you never experienced because you've never been on that level or you've never had that magnitude of whatever it is that's coming for you, you can't really have a lot of dead weights. Well, you can't have dead weights. And many of us are accustomed to having dead weights for different reasons. For some, the dead weights can be your very own family. But then we're conditioned to say, oh, family is blood and blood is thicker than water. And a lot of people feel guilty when God starts calling them to release toxic people, even if that means your own family, your own friends, people you've known all your life. But the weight of some of these blessings and the weight that God is going to be using some individuals, the individuals around you are going to have to be crucial. These are going to have to be people who are on your level or well higher than your level. There's going to be people who when God starts removing people, He's going to start replacing people. These are going to be individuals who you come in agreement with. These are going to be your prayer partners. These are going to be kingdom partnerships. You are going to need these people. Need these people. Some of these blessings will be massive, more than you think. This is why I always say, too, we always think we're ready for something. And this is why we have to sit in the wilderness or the preparation season, isolation season, transformation season longer than what we think. Because when the door opens, it's going to be massive, more than what you initially thought. In whatever way, get in where you fit in. So if you start getting convictions to start releasing certain people, just ask God how to move. Some of these people, two in particular, this to top of my mind right now, within the last 2 weeks, there's going to be something. Things are going to start to turn you off that never really turned you off. So it's almost like God is strategic, right? So it's almost like, why am I not feeling this person anymore? Or now when someone calls you uh, asking for something and you typically are like, listen, okay, don't, here you go. Don't harass my nerve no time soon. And there's nothing behind it. It's just like, all right, listen, God has blessed me to be a blessing when I can. So here you go. Where now it's like, listen, this has gone on one too many times. And now I'm turned off. Now I was like, you listen, your time is up. Stop harassing my nerves. Call somebody else. Go somewhere else. So there's going to start to become individuals who you start to grow apart from. There will be certain convictions that just let you know that this is one of the individuals that their season is up, or they just can't go to the level you're going. Somebody just got that. Who turned you off? Who turned you off? All right, number 2. What was I going to do? Oh, okay. So you know how we like to say things, right? We like to say things as human beings just to say it. I've given this to God, honey, or I've forgiven, honey. That's the past, right? Things like that. But for some of you, 2022 have not been so great. Again, I said for myself, 2022 was a really, really great year for me. Not to say again that it didn't go without its hiccups. Every season will, right? Regardless of how great that season is, there's going to be, days or months that you kind of go through your stuff. But overall, it was a great season for myself. For others, not so much. Some of you literally spent the entire 2022 toiling, just confused, trying to make it happen, trying to figure this out, trying to figure out what God's doing. Everything He said to you or giving you revelation about, it didn't manifest, and now you're just all depressed, and your mind has not stopped. It's constantly pinging, constantly all over the place, especially those of you who are dealing with narcissists. Like your mind is just all over the place, and you feel like you're on this roller coaster of emotions. Some of you are going to literally have to truly press in. You're going to have to get serious if you're ready for this thing to come to an end. You're going to have to get serious by asking God to step in and give you grace to take this thing from you. Not take the thing from you, but to take it from you right now until He is ready to give it to you. Because what's happening is that there's no rest, because He's given you a revelation about something, especially my visionaries, right? There's no rest. So the thing is, when you're toiling like that, that's usually the time that God is not going to move. So because you're constantly in that trying to make it, this is why it's taking longer than it should. It probably would have manifested already, but you're still trying. You got too much tension going on, and you're trying to control that thing or make that thing happen in whatever time frame you think. We're human. I am the epitome of a person who does that. Because again, visionaries struggle a lot because you see it. But just because you see it, just because you got the promise, it doesn't mean it's this season. Or it may be this season, but you're holding it up because you're constantly toiling and trying to make it happen. And sometimes we're not strong enough as fleshly beings to really just leave it alone. This is why you can say, okay, I'm going to leave this thing alone. That's it. I'm going on about my business. Don't harass my nerves. And then 2 days later, if that, your mind is right back thinking and rotating. You're going to have to come to the end of yourself right there. And see, a lot of people, they won't even ask God to step in because they're going to be afraid of the outcome. Meaning, if you say, all right, God, please take this thing from me. Just please, right? I don't even want it no more. Just take it from me, right? You may think that that is the end of that thing. That thing that you've been hoping and wishing and toiling and all this stuff for years or months or even decades for some. So you're afraid that God is going to take it and you're never going to see it. Well, He'll take it if it was never from Him. He'll take it for good, right? But at least you're free from that thing. If it is from Him, He'll take it from you just for this moment so you can be at some kind of peace, so you can truly get back to yourself, which is preparation for that thing. And then once you take your hands up off of it, it's going to come when you least expect it. But it's not going to come when there's too much tension going on. So it's like you're trying to play God. So you have to choose. So when I have these kind of conversations with people, I always say, listen, especially when it comes down to soul ties and narcissist relationships, where are you? Where are you? How tired are you? Because as people, we say all day long, I'm just tired. I'm just tired of your nonsense. I'm just done. Goodbye. To the left, to the left. Goodbye. I ain't got time. Goodbye, sir. Goodbye, man. We're so used to saying we're tired. I like to say, when you are tired, you don't even verbally say you're tired. If you're still saying you're tired, your flesh is tired. How do you know when you're tired? Your soul is tired. There is nothing left in you to give. Nothing. Even if you want us to give, there is just no strength. There's nothing in you to give. So you got to get to that point where your soul is tired. So you're not there yet. Be kind with yourself. You will get there. At some point, you will get to the point where your soul is so tired, you will come to the point of it is what it is. It is what it is. At this point, I don't even want it. However, Lord, if this is your will, I'm here. But you got to get to that point. And many of the times we're not there yet because we're trying to control our own flesh. You keep breaking your fast. How are you going to... That ain't me, honey, because let me tell you something. If I'm on a fast, I think I broke a fast one time in my life. Oh my goodness. But normally I can really knock my fast out. But you're Kizzy. It is too early in the new year for this nonsense, guys. Okay, so you're on a fast for 24 hours and you already broke the fast in 4 hours. If you can't even conquer your fast, how in the world are you going to conquer your flesh when it comes down to literally trying to move away from a narcissist or a soul tie? You got to ask God to step in. He's waiting on you. Like, you literally have to ask. You got to throw your hands up like, Lord, listen. Lord, I'm tired. I can't do this. I've tried for 97 years. I cannot do this. Please take it away from me. And see, that sentence right there, that's just going to keep a lot of people holding up on that. Because it's like, well, do I really want you to take it? Right? Because he getting on your nerve, but the sex is fire, right? He's getting on your nerve, but you don't want the next chick to get him. He's getting on your nerve, right? She's getting on your nerves, but you don't fall in love, right? So do you really, really, really want God to take it? So I ask again, where are you? Are you really tired? Is your flesh tired? Or if your soul is tired? If your flesh is tired, you won't say it. You just walk. You say, God, nope, that's backwards, sorry. If your flesh is tired, you will say you're tired. You will keep saying it. In fact, you're telling it to everybody. All your friends, they're tired of hearing that nonsense. I'm tired, I'm done, I'm tired. And they're just like, girl, please don't call me again with this nonsense. Right? You said you've been done since 1917. I ain't got time for this. Don't call my phone again. But if your soul is tired, there's nothing in you to give. You now know, all caps, know that you can't do it. You're now okay with being rid of it and saying, God, if it's not from you, take it. Take it because my soul is tired. However, if it is from you, take it for this very moment so I can get back to me, and then you release it on your time. Crazy thing, that time may be tomorrow. It's your girl, Kizzy Rock.